I am here at Nové Město now Moravě for the first round of the UCI Mountain Bike World Series. And have you ever thought of these events and seen them and gone, holy moly, there are some monstrous trucks there. What could they possibly have inside them? Well, very kindly, the Cannondale Factory Team have granted us access all areas to see what just goes on in there. So let's dive on in. Right, so first things first, as you come on in, this area is humongous. I mean, there's about 16 to 18 people, including riders and staff on this team. So they need a lot of space. You can see there's a nice big area for them to eat, chill out, have all their food. Now, speaking of food, let's have a look over here. There are two full-time chefs, if you like, looking after the team, cooking for everybody, the athletes, everyone that sort of takes part, if you like, in the running of this grand scheme. So we've got various hot plates and fridges, food, fruit, the all-important coffee machine. I mean, what's a World Cup pit if it doesn't have a coffee machine? And then various gels, drinks, bars, bottles, you name it. Already, that's just for the athletes here. Now, follow me, because this is actually pretty cool. There's an entire separate truck to the truck where the chefs are housed. Now, if we peer in here, we can see the chefs busy at work. Now they're prepping specific meals for the riders and then everyone else in between. How's it going, guys?
Very good, yeah. Enjoy it.
Those guys are non-stop for the entire course of the weekend. And, well, let's just say they've got their work cut out for them, because there can be some fussy people on the team, no doubt about it. Now, back into the main truck area. Also notice we've got like this cool plastic floor down here. Now, weather can be pretty changeable, so no one wants to be standing around in the mud and stuff. So that's quite cool to have down here. There's the truck. We'll get onto that. This way, right, the mechanics area. So we've got two mechanic bays here working across the four different riders. We can see actually we've got one of the bikes in the stand as we speak. Riders and a lot of the team are out on course at the moment, so it means that we've managed to grab them at a pretty quiet time. But there's some Pelly cases. Let's see what we've got. A Makita compressor. There we go. He won't mind it. Let's see what we got in here. Whew! That one's a busy looking toolbox. We'll leave that one closed for them. Again, over on to the next bay. We've got more tools laid out. All sorts here, looking rather fancy. I'm liking this sort of leather pouch on the go here. Various walkie-talkies. Again, these are more of the cagings for the transponders and the GPS units that are used, which mount onto the bikes. You can actually see one mounted onto the bike just here. In the stand at the moment then, JP, the mechanic, has been working on Alan Hatherley's bike here. Now, he did win the test event in Banyoles, and you can see he's also got a nice number 8 on the front. Single-sided fork, full XTR, and actually, interestingly, look, quite a small cassette compared to what you see a lot of the riders running. So maybe we'll do a little bike check on that. Keep your eyes peeled on GMBNtech for maybe a little bit more in depth. This way, though, is a whole nother truck again. So there's trucks on trucks at this place. So this truck is just for the mechanics. And let's jump on in. This is basically what they will take all over the place with them. And it's got everything in. There are buckets of tyres in here. There are all the wheels you could possibly imagine. Up here, look, we've got seats and seat posts. And those will actually be already set up for the riders, so that they can just swap a seat post straight out without having to worry about putting a seat on at the correct angle. We've got drivetrains, forks, there's a workbench here, you know, you got your vise, every spare imaginable. I mean, this thing is really, well, pretty flipping well equipped. It's got everything that they could possibly need to switch out any part on a team bike, no problem. Whew. Now it's on to the main one, the big one, the trailer, if you like, the articulated part of it. Anyway, let's dive on in. So, as we come on in, let's head to the right. Now this is a little area for all the support team to actually help make up bottles and gels and drinks again. A lot like you see over there, but on a different side. We've got a window into the outside world. Can't see out there at the moment, but it's got everything, you know, there's the fridge, the freezer, there's absolutely little storage compartments everywhere, sink, hot and cold water, absolutely everything you could need to prep and help look after the riders. Moving further back. Now, keeping clean at these kind of events is an absolute nightmare. So there is a full washer dryer system as well, which is pretty cool. You don't see that very often, actually. So we've got our tumble dryer, our washer, and then this is sort of the athlete room that we're in now. I'm going to swing on around. Oof, let's have a little seat. Who have we got? Charlie boys, Charlie Aldridge. So each rider, you've got Mona Mittenwaller, you've got Alan Hafferley, Skins here. Every single person has got their own little storage container under here. That way not everything's getting muddled up and mixed around. It's air-conned in here if it's a really hot race out. We've got another storage container just over there, but it is just a storage container. We don't need to look in that one too much. The cool thing, however, in here is this massive TV screen. So what they can do, riders can actually just chill, aircon, take it easy. If they want to watch any kind of course preview, line check-in, little meetings, anything like that, they can watch it on the big screen here, and it's a touch screen as well. So think of it as a giant iPad, if you like. They can go back, rewatch stuff, zoom in on things, all at the touch of a screen. Like that a lot. Very nice in here. Like I said, pretty fancy. You got spaces for tables as well, should they want any pop-up tables. Now, rewind, cameraman, because we're going back outside. Right. Now that big TV I told you can actually also be attached outside. So that'll pull out, and the riders, whilst warming up out here in the pits, can also watch the big screen as well. But let's move on further backwards. So we've got more storage and workshop area back here. Into the depths of the pits then. So this is additional storage, workshop, and it's slightly more truck related. So everything to do with the cables to rig up the truck is here. You've got more storage, various electronic power points, you've got spare wheels, you've got another workbench going on here. It really is actually quite massive when you think about it. Everything's very well organised and labelled so that nothing gets lost or confused. And the cool thing, can't get up there today annoyingly, but this set of steps here actually leads up onto the roof, and that way you can enjoy nice views across if it permits. Have a beer up there, watch the world go by. They really do have everything. It is actually pretty blooming cool in here. Well, there we have it then. Look, thank you very much to Cannondale Factory Racing for the tour of this, well, quite frankly, monstrous setup they got here for all of their riders. It's really tricky to gain access to these things sometimes, so I am very appreciative of it. But look, that's nearly it from me. So if you want to see any more great content from the UCI Mountain Bike World Series, maybe some more truck tours, then do let us know in the comments down below. But I'm out of it. I'm going to go find me another truck, hopefully, so I'll catch you next time.